Hey guys, welcome back to Just Be Handy. I'm going to do a quick disassembly of this saw just to get at everything. I did clean it up a little bit yesterday, and as you can see it's a lot cleaner than it was from the previous shoot. The only thing is we're going to take it apart today, and I did leave it. More oil was draining overnight because I had it sitting like this and it was coming out of the piston just to kind of help drain it. And you can now see those bolts that I was talking about that went through the crankcase. You can see that's where they reside in the cylinder. This is the bottom of the case. So those bolts that go through here are leaking oil into the case, and that is being sucked up, and that's the issue I have. So now I'm going to try and take this apart as far as I can for today so we can get at more of this. Hopefully I can get it to the point where I can get the cylinder off for this video. So we'll start off with the fuel tank area and this cover. This is a T25. And we'll just keep laying them here, try to take all this off, get this handle off. This one looks like a T10, but we'll take off this other guy here. Hope you guys are having a good day today. This is the second day of January 2023, so we get to enjoy some good weather here. In the Wisconsin area, we had that cold spell for a while. All right. Those are T10s as well. Let's see here. So I'm just going to start taking this apart as far as I can for now, so that we can get through. I'll take it off here for the handle, so that'll stay with the right. So we still have the linkage holding that on. How do we get that off? That is not easily coming off of there. Well, let's take apart the air cleaner housing. It should come off with that. Anything else holding that air cleaner housing on? I think that was it. There we go. Trying to keep as much as I can together. Looks like the O-ring is here. Is good. Alright, so now we're down to this. We have these pieces here. This gasket is still okay. We got to be careful with it. Right here. There we go. We can probably make another one if we need to, but we'll keep that all in the intake. There we go. This is typical McCulloch, where it has those little wings and the bypass. Let's see if we can get that lower gasket off without much issue. Just got to take your time, guys. A little screwdriver, work it through. There we go. Still a lot of dirt around. And this is with the pump. I'm going to take the pump off now so that I can better get at these bolts for the crankcase. It's coming apart real easy. Okay. I did find a couple of pumps online, so I will, they were through an eBay seller, and they were brand new OE ones, so I grabbed them because these are notorious for going bad, and if I want to keep this saw for a while, they don't make this anymore, so if I can find them, might as well get them. Alright, let's see if we can take this baby off. Wow, it's on there. There we go. It says unit right there. We have another gasket down here. We have to be careful with that. Those are hard to get. I am getting some gasket material that I can cut my own gaskets, but always best to have the original around. Again, I'm just lifting slowly, moving my screwdriver slowly through it. Everything is cold. There we go. So now we've got it down this far. We'll continue taking this cover off here. Let's see what we have. We have another T25s here and there. Okay. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, right? Just like I taught my daughter. Okay, that's that one. Okay, anything else here? Okay, we got this guy here. There we go, that took that cover off with the fuel tank. We have the coil, which looks to be in good shape. Still a lot of dirt in here that will get off. Have to make note of how those wires are routed and where that goes. This is your switch here. We'll take that off here like that. Get that out of the way. Alright. And we should be able to take the oil tank off, leaving the coil on. And I'll do that for right now. These are 10 millimeter, and these I can get to easily, so I'll do that. Now these oil tanks are held on with a sealer. Let's see. So we still have the cover here holding on to these bar bolts. And I don't think there's anything else holding that, so if I knock it loose, I should be able to drop that off of there. So let's see if that hypothesis is right. We'll just use our rubber mallet. There we go. There we go. We got the oil tank off. My father used to use used motor oil, car oil. That's why it looks the way it does. That's what I found. The spark plug was showing. Here's those 4 bolts I was talking about right now. So you could see as this thing would pull compression, pull a vacuum on the back side of the piston, it was pulling oil through. One of these is compromised. This hose for the oil is stiff, so I'm going to definitely replace that, clean that filter. It looks good, can be reused. So now we'll take this guy off. And to take this off, I can try to just hold on to the flywheel by hand, and then this is clockwise to loosen. Okay guys, I was able to get a 12 millimeter socket impact. I'm going to put on here. Remember, clockwise is to loosen this one up. So I'm going to hold it by hand. I should be able to break this loose. There we go. Broke it loose. Having an impact really helps. Now we want to get this off. One of the things we could do is just hammer on this, but I don't like to do that because the bearings in there are really very light. So I'm going to get a puller and pull on this next. Okay guys, I just got a puller and then just use this wrench on it and popped it open. So it didn't take much. And now it's off. Be careful of the bearing. We'll have to lube that guy up. We'll just put it in here to keep it cleaner. There's a washer and the plate. You can see there's a lot of crud built up there on top of that seal. We'll clean it off. I'll use a brake parts cleaner like this to finish cleaning this off. But we've got to get more things off of here. And then we'll take this guy off of here. I don't know if I want to take off the flywheel. Maybe it'll be a good idea because I could probably clean around that a lot better. So why don't we go ahead and do that. Okay guys, this was 9/16 and it is reversed. It is righty-tighty, lefty-loosey on the flywheel. It is not like the clutch where it was reverse thread. So this will also need the puller, and I'll get that set up and pull it off. Okay, I got it started. All right. We don't want to mess with something that might ruin the seal if I go too aggressive and slip. So we'll try it later. All right, so we're back to this 25. We're going to take these off. See, that line was so brittle. It's a good thing I got it open to do that. Okay. That's the top of the cylinder. put these with it. Okay, last thing to take off is this guy. Wow, that was brittle. Is that a 10mm? Nope. There we go. That is a exhaust deflector and it helps the airflow. So definitely put this guy back on. It's needed. So here we go, guys. We're to this point. I'm going to clean up all the junk here and then get in here to do some of this, taking it apart, and then we'll look at the piston and everything. So allow me a few to clean up and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I thought I was recording and it didn't do so hot, but I took these out. They were 5/16. So there was 4 of them. One of them that I took out, I found that it was totally leaking. As you could tell, I put some bar oil. When I got the saw, my father used to use just regular engine oil, so it was a mix in there. This crank looks to be in really good shape, no rust in here, even though it was sitting on the shelf for a year or so. I'm going to keep this intact because I don't want to mess with that. Everything looks good here. Piston doesn't look bad either. I'll clean it off here real quick. It should clean up. It's just very light scoring. All the rings are loose, moving around fairly good. Get it over for a closer look here. See, that's probably the worst of it on the intake side. I mean the exhaust side, sorry. And this is the intake side. You could see it was getting a little hot right there. Little carbon behind that ring, but because of the oil it was burning. But we'll take those off, clean up everything. I don't want to press this piston off. I should be able to clean all this up without worrying about that. And then we'll wash everything down, clean everything up, put it together. We'll clean this up. I see everything looks fairly good in here. Let me see if I can get you some light. Here we go. Probably through here. You could see not anything to write home about. It'll clean up. And then I'll have to figure out what to do with these ports. As you can see in there, the exhaust port definitely could benefit from some cleanup and going wider. The intake port is fairly wide, just a few items to clean up there. With the intake port, just some slag or some things that they didn't clean up very well in the manufacturing process. The transfer ports I can probably clean up a little bit more, get some more flow from the bottom there, but really not much to write home about other than it was burning a little bit of that bar oil, engine oil, if you will. So, all right, guys, that's where we're at today. We took her down. I'm going to put things here aside, look at the piston. Probably I'll take the rings off here real quick. I don't know if you can see that. So we'll push it up, take the top ring off first. There we go. Top. Bottom. Here we go. Yeah, and I'll run something through these grooves, get some of that carbon out, and then what I'll do is I'll clean that piston up either with the brown or the green Scotch-Brite, depending on which one I want to use. I'll have to look into it some more, clean everything up, do slight porting on this guy in another video. I have to still think about what I want to do, and if you guys got any recommendations, I'd love to hear it. Now that you see what I've got, definitely want to clean all this stuff up and go from there. All right, thank you, and give us a thumbs up. This is what we have for our project on Just Be Handy here, and I hope you're enjoying this content. And if you're seeing anything you like or learning anything, again, the culprit was one of these guys had a leak past there, didn't have good sealing like the others, and oil was getting through into the crankcase and burning and causing all kinds of issues for me and building up on the piston. It's a good thing we caught it this early. Everything else looks good though. All right, thank you guys. Thumbs up, please subscribe. All right.